Good evening, good day, good afternoon, whatever the case might be, and welcome to another scene in the living world of darkness and the vampire venue. Well, it's night, as always, with these kindred, and Natalia seems to be working. Again. Well, as always these nights. She looks tired, well, not tired, but just a little bit unfocused compared to normal. Maybe she's been at it for a while, who knows. Question is, as she's sitting here in the, her office essentially, how is her guest that's going to be joining her going to enter?
She'll probably get a message from Alexander asking if she is busy at the moment.
You'll simply just get a text back. Nope. You can pop by.
He'll say, I'll be there in a flash.
Yeah, she doesn't reply.
But before he goes, going to use the first attempt at a ritual in Alexander's house before he leaves, which I'll have to roll for. Let's see, just get this card. It is a level 2 ritual, so it'll just take 10 minutes. So probably won't even notice. I think it is. Yeah, here we go. Okay, intelligence occult. A difficulty of 3 plus a level ritual, so it'll be difficulty of 5. Just get my sheet. I'm kind of deliberately not telling you what it is because I kind of want to be a surprise.
And then you botch, and then it will be even more of a surprise. No, I'm kidding.
Like, just get a message. I've blown up the house. I'm going to be a bit longer.
Yeah, can I crash at your place? Why? Oh, no reason. I just want to crash at your place.
Don't mind the giant pillar of smoke in the distance. Okay.
Question is, are you too legit to quit?
I've got 3 successes, so I didn't blow up the house, so that's good.
All right, you got 3 successes, right?
So you'll just, after doing his hocus pocus in the house, you'll get in the car and head off to the church.
Yeah, and it's not going anywhere, not at the moment.
Okay, you'll just park the car randomly outside, go in and just knock at the door,
It's open.
walk in. Good evening, Natalia. How are you?
Hey, Snake Boy. So, you doing alright? You know, I could really use. It's actually good you came by. I mean, I could use someone to talk to. It's been quite some time. How you doing?
Still in a bit of disrepair. You'll put up both of these bandaged hands.
Yeah, they
But
put the fucking hurting on you, but yeah, it will be fine. So, have I talked to you about not chasing bimbos recently? No, I haven't. So, don't. Okay?
I know.
Are you like pent up or something? Like, is it hard or are you okay?
Sorry, what was that?
I mean, you're feeding all right. You mean you're doing all right?
I've been, I suppose, a little caught up in my own thoughts of late. So I suppose I'm kind of running on half a tank. I kind of do need to feed a bit more, especially if I'm going to heal my hands.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're doing okay, then I'm a bit more relaxed. It was quite the ordeal, but that's good. So I'm actually not behind on any of my work. Um, was there a particular reason, or just wanting to keep me company?
A bit of both, I suppose.
Well, I do appreciate it.
Um, but there is something I am wanting to give you.
Okay.
Well, technically two, but one of them is going to take a bit of time. The second one I could give you right now.
Okay.
And don't worry, it's not um, any weird thing that you think I'm trying to do with you or anything like that. It's completely innocent, I suppose you could say.
Right. Okay. She
But
raises an eyebrow.
I'm going to need something from you first.
Smooth.
Do you have a sword or something that I can use? Or
Uh,
even
she just kind of just like she actually her eyebrows just go back and she goes, hmm. Uh, yeah, I do. She goes back and like this place is some like it's pretty much a mess. Like there's Natalia seems to thrive in chaos. It seems because it's fairly messy. She's rummaging through a wardrobe and she gets out a katana and she's just like, yeah, here. But like, do you want it? Like, we have lots of weapons in the armory. Like,
I'm just needing to borrow it for a couple minutes. Well, about 10 minutes. But we can still have a conversation here if you want.
sure.
I think
Oh, wait. Are you doing some like freaky snake shit to it?
not snake shit, more magic-y shit to
Oh,
it.
like, okay. Yeah. Oh, sure. Please. She like kind of eagerly just gives it to you and looks.
Thank you. You'll just sit down in a chair and you'll put the sword across his lap and you'll start taking off the bandages on one of his hands So you'll be able to see the charred mess that is his hand.
Mm.
And you'll take out the blade and run the blade across his palm, and then start to coat the blade of the sword in his blood, and start saying an incantation over it. And I'll have to make another roll. It's just a single point of blood on it, but so it'll be quite a good bit, I would think, of blood being put onto it.
I hope you botch.
Is it because of the Nosferatu thing?
Yes.
It's still a good voice. 3 successes. Oh god. So after roughly around 10 minutes of chanting, the blade will like absorb the blood a little bit and will ignite in green flames.
I think it's 3 blood points, actually.
I think it's just the one.
This inflicts a single level of lethal damage, which cannot be soaked, but may be healed normally. The player then spends 3 blood points, which are absorbed by the weapon.
That's alright then. I'll spend the 3 blood points.
I'm just sorry, but I was just looking it up. But I don't actually think you need to. Well, of course you need to do the ritual thing. Okay. Yep. Sorry. I just read up on it. Sorry. And she just looks at it, and she does have a little bit of what you would call it, fear of the flame, and she very carefully takes it. But then her smile just begins to appear, and she just says, "Cool, very fucking cool." Honestly,
Did you say flame?
it doesn't burn, but
It's okay. It's a type of fire that doesn't cause fear. Thank God.
Okay, you're fine then.
You'll take the scabbard and close it onto the blade. You'll just hand back the sword to Natalia. It's not permanent. It has a set number of uses, but as long
don't
as
worry. I'll keep my powder dry.
I don't think it will extinguish for any normal reasons. Like I think you could submerge it in water and it will still burn.
Don't worry. I know. I have a good idea of who needs to be stabbed with it. It's fine. Look, thank you. Thank you for this.
You're very welcome.
What was the other thing?
It's a little bit of a surprise, but I suppose I could tell you, as long as you don't tell everyone what it is.
Sure.
You'll just lick the blood off of his palm, and just rebandage the hand. Have you ever heard of a bloodstone before?
No, can't say here. No.
Okay. Well, I've recently picked up this new ritual for making one. Essentially, I bind myself or part of myself to a stone, and wherever it goes, I'll know where it is. And I can make a few of these, and I want to give you one, on Max one, because of the recent incident that happened. I don't want anything like
Well,
that. Ever happen
honestly, it
again.
should be the other way around, but yeah, I suppose it will do. At least you know that we're close.
Yeah. I don't want anything like that to happen to you guys. I don't think I'd be able to live with myself if it did.
No, don't worry about it. But I like the sentiment, and it's practical. It's quite useful. I mean, on the off chance it's me or Max who gets kidnapped, not likely, but hey, maybe you'll be able to find us. Like, I mean, that's pretty good. I suppose I mean, if they know, they could throw it away, but have to find some way to hide it. But I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry for the amount of stress that I've been putting on you guys.
Well, at least you're acknowledging it. That's good. I mean, hey, don't feel bad. You probably, By the way, there is I mean, I appreciate you saying sorry and stuff, and it was, like, bad, and some of us were very close to dying, but, there is a way we can, you can really apologize.
What you have in mind?
Teaching me that tongue thing. And no dirty jokes. You know what I mean.
You want more of my discipline?
Yeah, that shit was cool.
Sure. I would happily oblige.
Awesome. That's really, really awesome. And don't worry, I'll teach you whatever you wish to learn.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get to it. Natalia just gets up, almost giddy. Like, this is the first, probably the first time you've seen Natalia this eager and happy to do something.
Okay. You look very excited. What's happening?
Oh, you mean like I've seen that? I've heard something about the eyes, but I've seen the tongue. Like, I mean, I don't know. Part of me just thinks it's quite cool, but
Besides the point that she has charisma 6.
yeah, but Natalia seems to dig this.
Very eager to learn. I like it. Well, hopefully I will master my Serpentis myself, and I can maybe even teach you even more in the future.
All right. Okay, so and instead of going through something that is not that interesting to roleplay, well, kind of. I'm going to assume that the two of them will spend quite some time going over the snakiness of snake things, and at some point, it'll probably be an hour or so. I'm guessing that blood will be shared, or
More than likely.
yeah. As she after an hour and a half, and this has been done, Natalia will just. There's probably a pause in the conversation. There's not really much that much to go on. She just sits there and she goes, this whole blood bond thing, it's kind of weird. But I know that it's there, but I know. I've been kind of a bitch for quite some time, but you do know that I wouldn't have risked my life if I didn't care, right?
I know. I I deeply appreciate that, honestly. I can't say thank you enough.
Well, you won't have to.
I'll have to show my gratitude to Max and the other two guys that helped as well.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but focus on getting better.
Well, in that case, I'll have to drink a lot more blood.
Yeah, you do.
Speaking of, how are you with your hunger?
Keep it under wraps.
Good. Are you feeling hungry now?
Hmm. Well, I just got some from you, so I suppose I could go for a drink if that's what you're suggesting.
Yeah. I think in my current state, I'm gonna have to be very careful because I can feel hunger really rising up in me.
I mean, we could hit two birds with one stone and get your bimbo quarter, met. I'm sure there's a lot of call girls we could get here, so I mean,
That's true. Um, what kind of person do you prefer?
yeah, I have my type.
I know, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
Not even with my blood in your veins.
Well, I think it would be fairly self-explanatory if you put two and two together, but oh well.
Well, by the looks of it, I'm guessing it's something to do with aggression.
No, no, it's not. That's not how my clan. That's not how my blood works. Like my clan's fucking problem works. No, not necessarily. It doesn't need to reflect something you are.
I was just going off of how I think the only time I've seen you feed from someone, you were pretty aggressive with them.
Oh no, that's just because it's what works the best. Trust me. There's a lot of guys who say they are like the bad men and like yeah they're not cocks and they're going to blah blah blah. When a girl takes charge, it gets to a lot of guys. They really love that shit.
This is very true.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, do you have a place in mind where we could go, or do you have a contact that could bring people here?
Well, I suppose cowgirls are expensive. Yeah,
Um,
I've got a place.
Good. Do you have any blood lying around? Because the there was, I suppose, a bit of a recent incident where I did lose a bit of control, and I would rather that not happen again.
Right. There might be a little, but yeah, we'll be fine. And Natalia just stands there for a moment. She kind of just feels about herself. She goes, "Oh fuck. Well, I should be feeding, but I can't go to work now. Well, fuck. What kind of clothing is Alexander wearing?"
He's probably just in his usual like suit kind of attire.
Yeah, that will work. That will be good enough. Okay, I have a place.
Okay.
But don't tell Max, okay?
Okay.
Give
We'll
me a fucking moment. And Natalia will just she'll just say, you don't mind riding bitch, right?
Not at all.
Alright. And she will get out. She'll find the motorcycle. She'll get you on. She'll offer you a helmet. And she will swing by quite quickly. Well, by now she has. Actually, she won't take the motorcycle. She'll actually just give you. She'll just like give me like 10 minutes or something. And she needs 10 minutes. And you've seen kind of this Natalia before, but it's rare. She'll come out. She's looking quite glamorous, quite stunning. Um, well, she does that normally, but she looks as though she is going to a gala or something.
So we're going to a rich party then.
Fuck you.
That's
No,
not enough.
I like to stick out, but yes, just certain times when I'm feeding, sometimes it's easier by this, but uh, you know, some places won't just let you in if you're dressing like I normally dress, and I kind of have to. So, oh well. All right, let's go.
Are you guys about to leave the church?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I just want to add this in real quick to set up for a story thing later. Can both of you please roll me a perception awareness?
Sorry, what was that? I kind of cut off a little bit.
Perception awareness.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. The vampiric dice roller. I have, well, depending on the difficulty, I have one success, or if it's difficulty 5, I have 2.
It is
I have
difficulty
one.
6.
Then I have 1 success. We both have 1 success.
Okay. Since you guys both have 1 success, you won't notice it fully, but you will get the very, very, very slightest sense that you are being watched for maybe about 5 seconds as you hear the gawking of a crow that flies off on top of the building.
Natalia doesn't comment on it. She just turns her head and looks at it. Just pauses for like a second or two. Just go, if it's nothing, it's nothing, and if it's bad, then I suppose we get fucked over even more. All right, let's go. And they will probably get a cab. Is Alex? I'm guessing Alex is coming in the cab with her. Did we lose Alex? He is AFK. Okay, fair enough. Intermission. 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 It is an intermission. It is an intermission.
Sorry about that.
No problem at all. I'm guessing Alex gets in the cab.
Yeah.
Natalia seems to tense a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. As she's sitting there, she goes. She doesn't say anything. She just.
Is she sitting in the front or with Alexander?
She's sitting at back with Alexander.
Okay. Alex will just kind of like tap her leg. You seem a bit tense. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I'm guessing you don't go to wherever we're going very often.
That's the only response you get.
Maybe at least a little begrudgingly having to go. I mean, if you're uncomfortable with going to this place, we can always turn around.
No, I'm good. Certain things need to be. As much as I fucking hate it, I have to. We, as far as I know, we have to also have to have feelers out in parts of society I normally don't go in, let's say.
Okay.
And, well, I'm not saying I fit in very well, I don't. But Max fits in even less, and I just might have, a better entrance to this now. So and this is really why I'm going, but yeah, I also need to be able to blend in better in this. Well, kind of.
Speaking of blending in, I should probably cover up my hands. And he just puts his hands into one of his pockets, pulls out a pair of leather gloves, and just puts them over his bandaged hands.
Right. So, and by now they're arriving, and yeah, she gets out.
Alex will follow.
And
But you'll pay the cab.
well, chivalry is not dead, not entirely. And she kind of gets this. She stands there for a moment, taps her wrists, looks down in her purse or bag or purse, and she just give me a moment.
Take all the
Kind
time
of
you need.
closes her eyes, stands there for a moment. She gets a polite smile on her face. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
All right. You'll kind of like put his arm out, so like sort of like a loop, so Natalia can, if she wants, put her arm through it.
She takes it.
When she does, Alex gets a bit of a smile on his face.
Well, my dear, now you can bask in the fact that probably everyone will be looking at your darling wife all night. That's got to be a point of pride for you. She'll say that as you approach. It's like they go into a lounge thing that is definitely higher end. Um, there's definitely like this is way beyond well what you think is Natalia's pay grade compared to well not that what you but where she lived before. This seems way beyond, and you'll notice that pretty much everyone has sort of a card to get into here. There is no like payment at the door. There is like guards security detail. That is it's very there is a lot of security, but it's not very visible. Like the security guards here are very good at blending in with its surroundings or keeping out of sight. But she'll just smile at the one of the people at the entrance, a maitre d of sorts, and he will just nod and smile. She seems to know him. Um, you're let in not through the side door, but kind of just hush hush. Maybe Natalia's not a real member of the club, but a member in a but maybe in another way. Who knows? You're let in, and yeah, this is there's kind of like there is a lot of stockbrokers here, and a lot of well, this this is definitely like there are some women here that serve drinks that are not wearing a lot of clothing, and yeah, everything in here is ridiculously expensive.
Okay. It's a bit more fancy than I'm used to.
I know. Me too. But, well, this is what we're going to have to get with because, like it or not, if we want local municipalities to do something, or if we want business owners, or if we want, well, most of the city to do anything, people, well, quite a few of the people in this room are the people we're going to have to go through. Or we're going to have to convince they're going to have to work for us. And
Yeah.
I would guess that quite a few of them already are well and truly blood bonded to, and she whispers this, well and truly taken care for or controlled already. We need to do something about that. But for the moment, let's just enjoy the evening, shall we?
Sure. Are we in, like, you'll kind of whisper as next part, enemy territory?
I don't think so. I've been here a couple of times. I haven't been accosted. But with this many eyes and this many important eyes on it, well, anyone fucking around in here would be bad news. Because it would hit the newspapers and everything, and it would be harder to cover up.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here then.
And she will, I mean, if the two of you, well, the two of us, follow each other, she will talk with people, she will mingle, but it will be very light. She's not staying anywhere long. There's like 2 or 3 people she greets as though she's seen before. Well, there's actually probably a few more, but it doesn't seem very close, like she's met them. Or she'll comment that she'd had a lovely evening last time or something like that, but it's not more than that. So she doesn't know these people very well. You get that impression.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of being polite, showing face, that sort of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
After a while, she will just say, well, this is a bit more sorry. This is a bit more tolerable with you around. I might invite you again. I don't think Max will. Yeah, I think that would be a really bad idea, actually.
I think I'm a bit more polite, maybe the word, or at least
Mm.
a bit more, well, less outspoken, I suppose. I'm a bit more controlled, I think.
Yeah. There are these, like, sofas of, and of course there is a, like, this is at a certain floor. So there is a very great view of the city, and yeah, there's quite a few people, but there are also some a lounge place where it's a bit more private, and yeah, there's Natalia will get over there, and she will regretfully she'll get a actually she'll at some point she'll just say, "Give me a moment, I will just have us invited somewhere." All right.
Yeah, no problem. You'll just stand there and just try to look kind of casual, like not trying to draw too much attention to himself.
Hmm. She goes over to some of the tables, and it will take. It won't take more than 10 minutes. Um, she will wink you over with a smile. She seems quite happy. Um, there is like 3 or 4 guys talking. and they seem to be very smiling. They also welcome you, but they seem to be talking. Like 3 of these guys are definitely Wall Street types. Not exactly sure what but they're talking about something like business in general. Like they're talking business of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 4th guy who just seems a bit more laid back, or he's not as into the like conversation as you sit down. Maybe he's just relaxing. Maybe he's tired. Who knows? And there are 2 women, both sitting on their smartphones. They look as though they're barely old enough to drink, and a lot younger than the guy sitting there.
Okay. Alexander will just come over with a smile on his face. Not a big one, but just like a kind of a nice smile.
Hmm. And yeah, like Natalia she won't lead the conversation, but she's very interested in hearing what these guys have to say. You don't know what she's introduced herself, introduced you as, but her attention seems to be on these guys, and they seem very, very interested in making sure that they tell Natalia everything about what they do. Very much so. Um, and yeah, Natalia will. She talks about investment opportunities. Like, obviously, I'm not an ST, but you kind of get you almost get the sense of like, who the fuck is this person? Like one thing is the accent is gone, but yeah, you know her well enough that this is not normally something she talks about.
I can approve of this.
All Alexander's probably thinking is that, damn, she's a good actor.
Charisma 6 helps. But she talks a big game with him, and yeah, 2 of the guys are they just like at a certain point, the girls go with each with one of the guys for something. Uh, you're quite certain that there is a dance floor somewhere. Um, and one of the guy takes a phone call, and Natalia is alone with you and the other guy, and she will be very friendly with him, and you will see that she will feed on him.
Okay. I think I have to roll self-control because I am hungry at this point. Would Natalia be like very careful to make sure that no one sees like any blood or anything like that?
Yes. She is quite careful, very careful, actually.
Okay.
And
This would be I think this would be a storyteller thing here, but would Alexander be able to smell the blood?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to roll self-control then.
But difficulty is probably not going to be very high.
No, it's just a difficulty of 3.
I'm going to be impressed if you fuck this up.
Well, let's hope not.
I would laugh so hard, and I would cry at the same time because it would hurt to laugh.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm okay.
I'm out of successes.
I got 3 successes. I'm okay.
And he seems very happy with her, and they exchange numbers, it seems. And
if Natalia looks at Alexander afterwards, like maybe just like a quick glance, you'll probably see that he's probably has one of his hands. He has one of his hands up to his face, kind of like covering his mouth a bit, and his hand is shaking a little bit.
Natalia gets up and just gives you a look. She just puts a hand up. One moment. And the guy is sitting there. He's kind of in his rush of the kiss, so he's not like. She returns very quickly with the guy on the cell phone. She sits him down and talks very, very instinctively. It's investment in some Chinese tech firm. It's probably something to do with mobile phones. You're not quite sure, and again, it's bizarre. But she sits him down and makes sure his head is turned away from you. And she's quite adamant that they talk more, and her investments. Wow, she really wants him to help, and he really wants to help her, and probably something else. But yeah, she's more or less giving you like she's making it quite easy.
Sorry, what was that? You kind of cut off a little bit.
Oh, she's sitting talking to this guy, and she's pretty much making sure that his head is turned directly away from you, and his back is more or less turned to you. So
okay, but like she wants Alex to.
well, she doesn't seem to be feeding on him.
How open is?
It's fairly secluded. It's definitely for private conversations. It's not rooms per se, but the lighting is not too high. It's a lounge area. It's almost like in a bar when you have like seats that go up where it's covered off, but it's pretty much that. And from where you are, Natalia is sitting in front of you, and this guy is in front of you, so it's pretty hard. I'm just gonna say, of course, if DST has any. But there's definitely a reason she has chosen this place. It's quite hard for people to see what's going on in here.
Okay. Alex is going to start slouching into the seat, so it kind of just looks like he's maybe like just trying to like almost sleep, I suppose. And you'll get a bit closer to him, and you'll use the tongue of the asp to kind of like shoot into his back and start feeding from him. But you'll
just out of character, why? But I mean, you do what you do, but like you can just feed off him. Like
I haven't really used it. I thought, what the hell?
Okay, but it cost you blood, so.
That one doesn't. First and second level of Serpentis, I think, it doesn't.
Oh, why?
But
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I'm going to have to roll a hunger frenzy, hunger roll again, or self-control, I should say.
How much are you on? Like 1 or 2 blood?
I'm on 3.
And what's your max?
My max is 13, but I've got in a thing here for hunger frenzy triggers, and with
Okay.
my self control's at 3. So if my hunger points is 4 or less, then it could trigger.
Okay.
With the taste, when I'm hungry, it's a difficulty of 6,
Roll it.
not to frenzy. And in that case, I am going to spend a willpower point before a roll for an automatic success because I really don't want to rage feed from this guy.
I would like to point out that I don't like using willpower to avoid frenzy.
It's pretty much the only thing I'm going to use it for.
I mean, you can spend willpower, and you did so.
I mean, it's fair, but I just say,
I mean, that's the you can't, like, it specifically says if you're
oh,
Bruja, you can't.
yeah, I'm not banning it. I'm just,
Oh yeah, just or I mean, if you're doing, that's cool. Just needs to be stated. So
pretty much.
right, but I'm good for whatever.
So with that, I've just got 1 success, so I don't frenzy. Thank God. And I'll take 2 blood points from him. So I think he'll be a bit groggy, but he should be okay.
I mean, you could take 2. That won't be a problem, and then you'll be at 5.
Yeah, so I won't be at danger or frenzy again. But after he does that, you'll kind of like get rid of the wound and all that, and then you'll sit back up, and if you look at him, you'll see like a look of satisfaction and relief come over Alexander's face. He'll just kind of like sort himself out, like make sure his suit's all nice, and just kind of like try to be casual again.
She so looks at you for a moment, a bit panicky, but as you begin to calm down, she just breathes out a little bit and just lets the guy sit there. Just and she kind of relaxes herself a little bit, and she just says, and she just, well, convinces this guy is like, oh yeah, sure, like he's somewhat gone. As she does that, she is gonna, you know, is gonna talk with him about, oh, also getting in touch with her later, and yeah, phone numbers are switched and stuff. But yeah, she will, she'll just let the 2 sit there, and some of the others will return at some point. If there's any questions from the others, Talia will comment that the 2 of them probably they shared something to get the party a bit more to get on with the party, and that seems to be fairly, if not expected, understand generally.
Yeah. Before, when Alex sat down at the table, he was quite like quiet, but now you'll be more like more energetic and kind of back to his like usual self, and is just having like casual conversations with kind of everybody and chipping into the conversation where he can.
Yeah. The conversation will go on. Natalia will swap phone numbers again. And yeah, normally this would probably seem very forceful and probably not fit well into a situation like this, but it's just something like, I don't know, Natalia just seems to, well, they really seem to want to be willing to share their phone numbers. That's weird. Weird how that happens. Oh well. Um, the two of you will, well, she will just get up at one point, and she just says that, oh, she'll be back. And she'll say, oh, darling, I'll be like 5 or 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, no problem, dear. Take as long as you need.
And she will, you'll see that she'll go to the bathroom.
Alexander will be still keeping up conversations, just kind of try to keep himself occupied while Natalia is doing something.
Natalia's gonna wait until there's one person in the bathroom. One of the visitors. And she's gonna feed again. Just taking 2 blood. Actually, she's gonna. No, wait. She's probably going to. She's gonna convince. Convince. Um, she is going to. Yeah, she is. She is going to feed on someone in there. And it won't. It won't be 5 minutes. Maybe. She'll get out not too long after, and she will look at you again, and she'll just say, "Right, darling. I hate to. I hate to be a buzzkill, but I think we need to. Well, we can't let the kids wait all night."
You're right. We should probably head back. It was nice meeting everyone here, though. And he'll get up and probably put his arm back out.
Natalia will, at some point, she will. Actually, she will. She will find some of the girls working here, and she will actually 2 of them. 2 of them. She will just, for some weird reason. I know, right? It's probably the most the probably the best looking ones. She'll just want to have a quick word with. She'll say that the manager won't mind. It will be fine, and she will she'll want to talk with him privately, and she'll mention that there's a tip involved because they've been doing well, and they'll probably be all right with that. As she gets them out, she'll introduce them to you. This is my husband. He is, well, the 2 of us are really impressed. I mean, this is a high pressure environment. It can't be, it can't be that hard. It can't be that easy to work in. And she will activate presence. But presence 1 is charisma. I can't remember. One moment.
can quickly look it up.
Oh, I got it. Charisma performance.
Activating awe.
Yes. Which is a disgusting dice pool by now.
I would say so.
She's actually, like, people turn their heads. She's awing everyone in here, actually. Because this is 5 successes. That's everyone in the immediate vicinity.
It's an absolutely fucking nasty dice pool.
Yeah, it is, as I said, disgusting. Yeah, but she just goes, and I'm really, well, see, my husband and I, we run our own company. We run kind of different companies, and I have my own, well, it's a spa, really, and I was wondering if the two of you would want a job. She looks down at them. They're wearing very skimpy clothing. You get to get more clothes, well, keep more clothes on, and we offer a bit of training. And as she's standing there, they're infatuated with her.
Are you asking prostitutes?
No, they're servers. They're servers at this place.
Ah, okay.
There are 2 of the servers, and she's just given them a tip to say how good a job they're doing, and she appreciates it. And she's essentially on the lookout for talent, also because Natalia's actually thinking of expanding the business, but that's neither here nor there.
Their dice pool would be 4, and 4 is not, even if they get all their successes, it's not enough to beat 5. So, needless to say, they will take you up on your offer if you're legit willing to ask.
Oh, she is. He's willing to, well, kill more than one bird with one stone, because
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
more than one, because, well, 2 birds in this case, I suppose. Well, it depends on why you look at it. Because she will look at Alexander. She's very much like this. She's taken him off to the side. There is no one else here. She's gotten them into like a side room. She's just on their break for 5 minutes, and she looks at you and smiles, and just essentially looks to one of their necks. They don't notice because they're completely enraptured.
When you look at Alexander, he is pretty enraptured as well. He's kind of like,
oh right, he's affected. Oh, yeah.
You'll probably have to like take a second to like.
I mean, she can do a lot. They wouldn't mind, and she just kind of just points to one of them. It just kind of gives you a look. Just beckons you closer and just points.
You say ladies first.
She looks at both of them. They're obviously listening to every word she says. And she says, she gives a nod of the head as to go ahead.
Okay. You just kind of not entirely sure what I'm gonna do.
Bite their heads off, attract the attention of the Templars, and kill everyone.
Well, if I go like humanoid snake kind of form, I probably could maybe bite their head off, but I'm not gonna do that. So what kind of where is Alexander and Natalia? Are they in like an enclosed room? Because I kind of missed that.
Yeah, it's in a back room.
Okay.
Like, there's no one
Um,
here. It's as safe as you can think it can get in a place like this.
mhm. Okay. Alexander will look at one of the girls and put his hand out to take one of their hands in his, which I'm assuming that they'll do.
Probably.
And you'll kind of still holding her hand, step behind her, and just kind of
Yeah, I mean, I was presuming that you were behind her, or at least you could get it without them noticing, because honestly, at this point, they're just staring at her.
yeah. Well, we'll go behind her, and probably the both of them will still be staring at Natalia, and you'll brush the hair away from her neck, and just gently bite her, and you'll take another 2 blood points from her. When he's done, you'll lick the wound and take a step back from them, and you'll just look at Natalia, still enraptured in our presence.
Yeah, she'll get the number or work mail or something from these two. And she'll say, but I'm afraid I have to go. Have a good evening and keep up the good work. And they probably don't want to go, but Natalia will leave with Alexander, and you'll get a little bit of an annoyed look when she sees you being enraptured as well. It's not a you, it's just the situation. He kind of just grabs you, just begins to move with you. Yeah, but the bouncers and everything, they, like, as they get into the elevator, they all look. Natalia doesn't really seem to enjoy that too much, especially not now, once you're getting into the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And she will, as she presses the button, she will deactivate it. It will just fade.
As it does, Alexander will kind of shake his head a little bit. Oh, so that's what that feels like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't. You feel better, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could go for more, but I'm not gonna cause a scene.
Mm. Look me up in a couple of days, then we can go somewhere else. I mean, it will be easier to do all of this shit.
Well, thank you for a lovely evening.
As they get down, she's, I don't know what it is. Well, I know, but you don't know what it is. But Natalia seems to be a little less able or willing, maybe, to keep up the facade. She isn't smiling at Asmund's business. She just marches out, and she does say hi to the maitre d' on her way out. But she gets in, she gets out, and she gets a cigarette out, more or less as soon as you're a little bit away. And she just begins to smoke. She's just like, the smile is gone, but at this point she's just standing there smoking.
Feel a bit more like yourself now.
Fuck yeah, man. Look, she mumbles or grumbles something. She looks back up at the where are you guessing the place is? Fucking you can't understand what she's saying, but it isn't words really. So
Getting a general, like, slightly pissed off, let's not go there again sort of vibe.
kind of.
Very uncomfortable being in that place.
Yeah. Quite close to that, yeah. All right, let's get the fuck back so I can get out of this fucking. She grumbles a little bit again. Finds a cab.
When the cab pulls over, Alexander will open the door for Natalia.
She just shakes her head a little bit, gets in.
So just keeping up appearances, dear. As he gets in with her and closes the door.
It'll be like 2 or 3 minutes before Natalia will just say, "Right, I know. It's just there's only so long I can keep this fucking up, and that sort of fucking company."
Well, hopefully we won't have to go back there anytime soon.
I think I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Well, at least I'm not. Here's to hoping. So, you're a bit less hungry?
Yeah. But you know me, always peckish.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, any other plans for tonight?
Well, I have a feeling this meal isn't going to keep me satisfied for long, so I think I'm going to have to get some more. What about yourself?
I was hoping to. Well, I might be getting 2 new employees soon. I have to prepare for that as well.
Well, if you ever need an extra pair of hands, you know where I am.
Was that a euphemism?
Absolutely not.
You get off on feeding on those kind of women, don't you?
There's a lot of ways I get off.
Oh yeah, I know. Jesus.
It's more, I suppose you could say, it's, well, a word you could call it is sin, I suppose.
She just kind of turns her head. Is it a mixture of what you just say and really, and a bit of funny, or like just blinks a couple of times. Sin. Well, that's. Oh, you were religious. Oh, okay, I see. But you're still religious?
The religion, I suppose you could say, is in my blood. It's a part of who I am.
All right. It's just like sin. Like that sounds kind of, not pretentious, but hey, I know it's fine. Like,
I mean, I can tell you more about it some other time if you like.
mm, yeah, perhaps. You know what? I might. Yeah, probably.
There's,
Yeah, I actually I'd like that.
good. There's a lot to explain about where I come from.
Yeah, I bet. She smiles. You know
Alexander will
what?
return as well.
You know what? Would you? And she stops, and let's just say it's about now that they're getting back, and she kind of just storms out of the cab, doesn't say anything. And
Alexander will pay the cab and just casually walk behind her.
you
Try
will
to keep
hear
some.
the sentence fairly loud as soon as you're into the church. Well, whether it's safe to talk about it, you hear the yelling of Natalia going, "Fucking blood bond, asshole bitch," and a lot of other profanity just getting fucking fired off in rapid succession. As she is, yeah, she seems to be pissed off.
I said she'll probably get in that like a few looks like from everybody's like, "Whoa, what's happening?" Also, just kind of like turn to everyone. It's like, "Don't worry, guys. It's just a bad day at the office. It'll be all right." Just kind of go to, well, keep following Natalia.
She gets into the office. Such bullshit, you know that? Fucking messes with our minds and fucking makes us sound like fucking pussies. I mean, it's really fucking. Well, doesn't it bother you? Like, doesn't it feel so fucked up? Honestly,
What does? Being like this, or
like the fucking like being bound to someone or just forming a blood bond like that. Like, I did it willingly. I'm not blaming you. It's just the whole thing. Like, now I don't know what to think, and I'm just like this situation. Like, it's so fucked. Like, I just don't like it. It's really fucking annoying. You just not quite sure what she's talking about because yeah, hasn't really done or said anything. She's talking about, well, I don't know.
Alex will probably just be kind of like looking at her like a little wide-eyed. It's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. It is very strange that we can have that amount of power over someone, but I mean, it was just a little bit of blood. I'm sure it hasn't changed your opinion that much.
Not much, but it's still fucked. Like like she looks at you and she looks at you a bit more and she says, "Because you know that I." Okay, good night, Alex. Have a good evening, and I need to work. And yeah,
What what was she gonna say?
ask her.
Hmm?
You ask her.
Yeah, ask her what was she gonna say. Like he looks a little concerned.
Yeah.
What-
Now I want to fucking sleep with you, and it's really, it's just fucked. Like it's. She curses a bit more. Like now the thoughts are in there, and it's weird, but
As soon as Natalia says that she wants to sleep with Alex, I don't know, his mouth is going to drop a little bit. He's going to look a little bit more shocked because he never thought that kind of words would come out of her mouth.
don't look so stupid, please. Like it's what it is, okay? It's like no, like not. Uh, fuck it. She goes over and closes the door, and she says, like, okay, let's get it over with. And she begins to undress.
Alex is going to look even more shocked, and you'll just have like, wait a minute, Do you feel this way just because of the bond, or did you feel like this before? Because I don't want to take advantage of you.
She stops. Hmm. You really mean that?
Of course.
Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure. But you're a dweeb. You're really easy to trick. You're a bit of a pussy. But you're a very nice guy. And like, well, Max is different, but I mean, you're a very nice person. And you haven't been changed so far, as I can see, by what's happened to you. And it's rare that that happens. And I appreciate that it's actually possible for someone else than myself to not become a complete fucking freak while having to do all of this shit. I like that. Okay, there, I said it. So, I am going to have to go to work now. But I have completely embarrassed myself. Almost public. Yeah.
Alex will walk over to her and kind of just using he's maybe a couple feet from her, and he's just looking at her right in the eyes. And he's just gonna say, I mean, you can be a bit hard on me, and you're right to do so. I am an idiot, but I do like you too, and I'm glad that you're not a monster like a lot of the rest of us. And you haven't embarrassed yourself, don't worry.
Well, okay, but if I find out you've been telling what I just said, there's going to be problems. I don't want to, I don't know, tarnish my image or something.
Um, Alex will put his hand on Natalia's arm and say, "You don't have to worry about anything. I won't tell anyone about this."
Jesus, you can't turn it off, can you?
Turn off what?
This, I don't know, white knight, or I'm not sure what it is, but it's like self-sacrificing thing. Like, it's just, you can't help it.
I am what
You
I am.
you are the person who tried to get for the like first couple of like actually quite a few weeks that I met you. You tried to get trying to get into my pants, and now you don't want it. Like, what is it?
If if something happens between us, I don't want it to be because of some blood bond. If something's going to happen between us, then I want it to be genuine. And if that's not the case, then I am okay with that.
Did somebody say decent character development? Yay.
Natalia stands there for a moment, and actually, I would probably want to roll something here. Give me just 1 second to look something up.
Yeah, please roll for awkward silence.
No, not quite. That's not gonna work. 3D1 plus. That's it's not gonna work. She succeeds in her courage roll. And she just says, look, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't be doing what I've been doing so far because it's really just gonna get things. This will get problematic, but yes, there is, like, I've just shared, well, you've shared with me and you've taught me things, but do you honestly think that I would go through the hoops to save Max the way I did if there wasn't anything there? And do you really think I would have risked my life, like, twice now, I think, to save you if it was just because of a blood bond that didn't exist at the time? How do you, I mean, I know you're stupid, but, like, seriously?
You do have a point, but
Alright, you may have crippled hands, but let's, I hope it's not going to diminish your, you know. Let's just, don't make this, like, weird or anything, okay?
Bruh, she asking if your finger game on point.
Not necessarily. She just says, so, come on, grab little me like I meant, come on. And, she will again continue.
okay. Alexander, like he's still a little bit of like shock because he really didn't expect anything like this to happen. But then at a point you'll just kind of hit the fuck it kind of moment and just start taking off his clothes and just goes for it.
Yeah, and with that, I think we can let this scene come to a close. Thank you very much, players for playing, watchers for watching, ST for being, well, death incarnate with that voice, and, yeah. See you later.